Fitness model Dana Hamm. So let's welcome her to the show. Welcome, Dana.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. This is fabulous stuff. Dana, so the first question I have to ask is, where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
North Carolina. So you were born and raised there?
Yes, I was in central North Carolina, very, very small town, and I lived there for, 21 years before I moved.
21 years, okay. I can hear a little bit of the accent still.
Yes.
Are you still in the South?
I try not to completely lose it because I don't want to be, too generic. I have to keep my little southern edge going.
Oh, I heard it there on the southern part, that's for sure. No, it's very charming, very endearing. So, Dana, how did you get started in the world of modeling? I mean, you're the most photographed fitness model. How did that happen?
It's one of those things like all models say. They were, attending an event that had nothing to do with them or modeling, and then a scout noticed them and invited them somewhere, and then kind of it just sprung from there. But I would say my beginning thing was with the Jenny Jones show.
Oh, yes. We want to talk about that because I think that was an amazing story. You want to share a little bit about that?
Sure.
Yeah, I saw the clip of the Jenny Jones interview, and I thought that was really amazing because I think it was somebody who was making fun of your body, and then you came out actually in a bikini and set them straight. What happened there?
Well, it's just typical bullying in school. I was very, very skinny, I guess slightly underweight because that was just my, the way I was. I ate all the time, but it just didn't seem to catch on with my body. So people just thought, that was gross and ugly and nasty looking. And, it does get to you when you're a kid and people are picking on you and you feel like, oh, something's wrong with me. I'm not like, one of the cool kids. So, yeah, it kind of gets to you. But, in the end, you're like, I won.
You certainly did. I think that gentleman's eating his words. And that's the amazing thing about you, and I want people to learn, to understand that. One of the interesting things about you that makes you so wonderful is champions and athletes will take a situation that is bad and flip it to something that's good. Because you talked to me a little bit before the show and told me how a situation like that was bad made you even better.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of successful people say in interviews and in conversation how they were put down or they were made fun of or bullied, or you hear people say, "Oh, my father never, he told me I wasn't going to amount to anything," this kind of thing. And then one day it dawned on me. I was like, this is actually what is the saving grace of this person's life. They just don't realize it. They're viewing it as a negative thing, but your haters and your naysayers actually propel you forward because you're going to prove them wrong, right?
Absolutely, and you definitely did. Did you ever see that person again or no?
Did I what?
Did you ever see that gentleman again?
Actually, he became a friend of mine later in life.
Oh, really?
And even on the show, he was a friend of mine. We worked out at the same gym, but we agreed to go tell the story of when we were kids and, kids just being kids. And, of course, he didn't know any better. And, there was not just him. There were lots of kids that did it. So he agreed to go on there with me, and I think he regretted it, though.
He regretted going on the show or regretted saying it?
I think he did because a lot of people in our small town, he and his father ran a business there, and they would come and say, "I can't believe you made fun of that girl."
Oh, jeez.
He was like, we were kids. It wasn't like I, slashed her tires or killed her brakes in her car and made her crash. I just said some silly things as a kid. And, but yeah, it really got to him, and he ended up killing himself.
Oh my God, over this story?
Well, it wasn't really so much over that story, but he just ended up kind of going, downhill with drugs and everything, and he recently did pass away, so it's kind of sad.
That is sad. That is sad. That's too bad. That's terrible. Well, let's go to the lighter side for a second now. Just a little bit there. I know we have a caller. We'll take the call in a couple of minutes here. I think it's Michelle from San Francisco who's calling. We'll find out what she has to say. I did get a tweeted question here. They want to know, do you travel outside of the country for your exotic animal shots that you do for your company? I think it's called Iconic Images, correct?
Correct. To answer that question, we do not travel outside of the U.S. to do those particular shots.
Okay, so you take them here. And what would any animals really concern you when you were taking the shots? Something that kind of worried you, like a tiger or an alligator?
The animals that we use are considered captive trained animals that are owned by licensed animal trainers, and they're state and federally regulated. And they use these animals in television shows, movies, commercials. Like when you see an animal in a movie, it's most likely one of the animals we work with, because these people that do this are few and far between. So the animals are so well trained, I'm not very fearful of the situation now.
Interesting. Now, did you do any modeling shoots around the world?
I have done a shoot in Italy and a shoot in France and shoots in South America and, of course, the Caribbean. So, yeah, I've done some shoots around the world.
I guess so. The reason I ask is funny. We had a model, similar body to yours, that was on the show a while back ago. And what she found really interesting in traveling around the world for the modeling shoots is how the men from different cultures responded to her. Did you find the same thing?
Oh, yeah, definitely, especially in Italy.
That's what she said.
Really?
What's going on in Italy?
I don't know. They have it. I mean, I don't mean any disrespect, because I know Italian women can be just stunning, but the men there act like they've never seen a woman before, and they've never seen breasts before.
They've never seen women before. What was the other comment?
They've never seen, breasts.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's exactly what she said, yeah, because it was a similar body type, and she encountered the same issue.
Yeah, they definitely check you out, and you're kind of like, really? I mean, because sometimes you're not doing the photo shoot. You're actually just hanging out, and you're not all dolled up. You're not trying to get attention, but they definitely notice.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if we have Michelle on the line. Do we still have Michelle on the line? Yep, I think she is. Hold on one second. Let's get her on the line. Are you there, Michelle?
Yes, I'm here.
Wonderful. Dana, this is Dr. Carlos. So what's the question you have for us?
Yes, so I just want to ask Dana a few questions. I know that she's the most photographed in this model, and that's really awesome. You're really beautiful, Dana. And I just want to ask you, I've seen a few pictures of you, taking a photo shoot with animals, like wild animals, a grizzly bear or a wolf. How was that experience for you?
First of all, thank you for your sweet comments and compliments. The animal shoots are amazing. They're one of my favorite things because I feel like you're trying to be an ambassador for that animal. It's not just, a lot of people get confused and they think, oh, you're exploiting the animal. No, it's just the opposite. You're using yourself, your sex appeal, your name, your face, everything to bring, positive attention to these different animals.
Oh, that's a good thought. I like that thought. What did you think about that, Michelle?
Yeah, I think that's really cool because I love animals myself too, and I was just wondering how was the emotional experience for you? Did you connect with them, with the animals? Was it scary? Were there times when the animals were a little fussy?
Yeah, I definitely connect with animals. I'm a huge animal lover from way back when I was a kid, when I used to tell my parents when I grew up I wanted to be an animal psychologist. And they would laugh at me and say there's no such thing. Well, of course, now we know this is a such thing. They're called animal behaviorists. So I've always loved animals. The African lion is my favorite animal. And, but yeah, I totally connect with them. And it's almost like a godly experience to be beside a huge predatory animal like a tiger or a grizzly bear, because it's like they have the power to kill you if they wanted to, but when they actually are friendly to you and connect with you, I mean, it's a life-changing experience.
That sounds like my relationship with my wife. That's interesting. All right.
Exactly. When your wife lets you live a little longer, you just love her even more, don't you?
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your call, Michelle. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right. That was great. Good questions there. Good questions. So, Dana, can you give us a little bit of information about your group, Iconic Images?
Well, our website is www.iconicbeautyimages.com, and you can also find me on Facebook under Dana Barber Hamm, and you can find me on Instagram at Dana Hamm Official and on Twitter at Dana Hamm. So you can pretty much find me if you're looking for me.
That's a good thing. That's what we want people to do. So make sure you look for Dana Barber Hamm. Go ahead.
Other people that are listening can book shoots with us. It's not just all about me. I am a model, yes, and I do acting and I do different things, but I also turn my business into a company that every woman and man can take advantage of and can book shoots with us and do the same things I do.
And that's the neat thing is you have years of experience.
Yes.
And you know what people are looking for as well in that industry, correct?
Yes, and as a model, I became very disappointed early on with makeup artists. I thought these people were magical, and then I started, being made up by them, and I was very disappointed. So I learned to do makeup on myself, and then now in my company, I am the chief makeup artist, and I just love that aspect of it too, to actually get in there and create the bombshell look my own way, not someone else's way.
Well, that's a great point. That's something people don't know, and it's a good thing for a lot of those inexperienced models out there, or people who want to get into the modeling industry, is to have somebody with your experience level and your success to be able to teach them.
Yes, and I also recently launched my own magazine called Iconic, and it will be coming out in spring, but it's a full-fledged digital magazine right now, and you can order prints, and I hope to be on the newsstands by next year.
Oh, wow. And it's coming out, you said, in the spring?
Yes, in the spring. Our first issue. Right now, we're going to do 4 times a year. We're going to just do the seasons, and then after that, depending on how things go, we may do it even more. And it's not a thing I hope to become like Maxim. I basically use this to publish my clients because, you get tired of waiting on magazines. You get tired of the political games and the casting couch with all the magazine stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I just said I'll do my own and I'll guarantee my clients layouts.
That's a great idea. That's a nice thing.
Yeah.
I have heard that from a lot of models and actresses. The casting couch is actually real.
Yes, don't let anyone make you think it's not. No matter how high up in the industry you go, it is real.
That's terrible. Dana, we appreciate so much you being on the show. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I hope to be able to be on here again sometimes. You guys are great.
Well, you're going to have to come back before your magazine gets released. We'd love to have you back so you can introduce that.
Yes, and I'll have to send you one of the covers so you can see what you think.
Absolutely. Once again, thank you very much, Dana Hamm. There you go, everyone, the most photographed fitness model. Go to iconicimages.com to find her. Dana Barber Hamm. You can find her on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. She's everywhere.